Hello, and welcome to In the DeNovo, a series of video interviews with today's thought leaders on everything to do with treasury management, product management, and instant and faster payments, covering topics from payments to industry trends and other exciting subjects coming in the future. I'm Will Grace. I'm the host, founder, and managing director here at DeNovo Treasury. We're a consulting firm focused on helping financial institution leaders define strategy, transform client experience, and grow revenue in the treasury management space. Thanks for joining us and staying in the know with In the DeNovo. And you started to talk a little bit about financial institutions, and financial institutions that I work with are on the smaller end, and they're a lot of times they are outsourcing their core and outsourcing services to third parties. So as I start to coach those financial institutions on how they could use jobs to be done and that philosophy, into their marketing and into their, thinking about how they deliver products, how would you think, they should approach that? What would be your advice, to them and to me on how to do that?
From a delivery standpoint, to me, it's sort of a question of outsourcing as well as, kind of the buy build conversation.
Yeah.
The choice to buy a commercially available software product, right? Software as service or something that's on-prem, right? That's a solution question, right? That's a question of which quarter of how do I make my quarter inch whole? And the better I understand the job that I'm trying to do, the easier I can evaluate my options. So, as I look across that space and say, okay, I need a solution to solve this problem, either for my own business or for my customers.
Yeah.
I need to understand who are the stakeholders, right? It's a jobs to be done approach to doing stakeholder analysis. Who are the stakeholders? What are the jobs they need to get done? Functional jobs, psychological, emotional, and social jobs. That plays a little bit differently when you're in a business environment, but it's still there, right? That CFO, that economic buyer, the person that's going to write a check, right? They want confidence that it's going to get done. They want trust that the vendor is going to provide needs. So I need to understand all of those things, right? That becomes the driver of my RFP, right? Here's the job that my accounting team needs to do, right? Here's the job that my controller needs to do at my client company. What are the options available, and how do those options score on getting those various jobs done? That's going to help me determine which of the available products that are out there do I want, and if there isn't anything that gets me my critical needs, maybe I have to go build it. You can do the same thing with a service provider. You can ask yourself the question about somebody that you're outsourcing work to, because why are you outsourcing work? You're outsourcing work because it's almost the easiest one, right? It's like, small businesses hiring a social media marketing person, right? I know what I need to have done. I can't do it. I don't have the knowledge, the skills, or the time to do it. So I need to find somebody who can do it. What are the jobs I need them to do, right? Generate leads, convert leads, whatever that may be. And now I can go find the person that can do that.
We used to think about personas and use cases. We still have to think about those end users when we're doing jobs.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So all the
work that we do in design thinking in terms of understanding those personas, it's still there.
It's still there.
We still do user journey maps. Right?
Yeah.
If as I look at the job, the primary jobs, right? What's their journey to getting that job done? Because that's going to help me find both the non-functional jobs as well as the ways to measure them.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a tool to help gather this insight.
And 20 years ago, we might not have known what jobs to be done was, but we were asking some of the questions.
We were. I often tell people that I was doing product management before we knew to call it product management, because,
right.
30 years ago, business analysts were doing that, right?
Right.
I'll take a business analyst and train them to be a product manager. That's a thing we can do, because the basic skills are there in terms of asking questions and understanding user needs. Now we just have a different lens to run it through.
And that's how I grew up. I was a business analyst before I was a product manager. It's the skill set's natural. It just kind of flows right into it. I love it when a good conversation comes together. We are so lucky to have friends willing to sit down and talk with us about the industry. For more content like the video we shared today, check out our website at DeNovoTreasury.com and our YouTube channel at DeNovo Treasury. Thanks for joining us today for In the DeNovo. See you next time.